Hello everyone, my name is Marina and you are on the Russian Language Club channel. I teach Russian as a foreign already more than 10 years and I am sure that I can help you to learn this beautiful language in an easy way. That's why I'm making this video. In this video, I want you to give some tips that will help you to learn Russian. And most of these tips will base on our new reality, because we have a lot of free materials that help us to improve the skills. So let's start. Number 1. Understand why you need Russian. And here in the beginning, I need to ask you how you motivate yourself to learn Russian. Answer honestly why you need Russian language. To speak it fluently, this is not really good motivation. But if you will have the reason, for example, to impress my boyfriend or girlfriend who is Russian with my fluent speaking, with the perfect pronunciation, that is a good motivation. In this case, you understand why you need Russian language and what goal you see. Second, simplify the study of Russian. Prepare everything you need to learn Russian in advance. It can be mobile app, vocabulary or planner. Do it right now. I also suggest to find some websites with grammar material. Set time in your schedule when you will do your Russian lessons, and I suggest to do it every day. Even 10 or 15 minutes in a day will be very helpful. And bind your Russian lessons in a daily activity. This way you will form a habit. For example, while you have lunch, you can read some articles in Russian. Make it a rule and start today. Use mobile phone. Any free minute is an occasion to open Russian website in a traffic, on the subway, walk with a dog, in different situations. Sign up for Russian language social media accounts, so daily surfing will be useful because you will meet a Russian speech. Fourth, determine where you are right now. This is important to understand in order to move faster towards your goal in Russian. I suggest to find a teacher that will help you to determine the level in one-to-one lessons. And don't worry even if you now don't remember the alphabet. The teacher will indicate your level. He will find out your strengths and weakness, and he will make the program just for you. And after that, you will understand what to focus on, how to achieve your goal. If you don't want to work with the teacher, you can just take one lesson, so the teacher will test you and say what you need. Fifth, train different skills. Don't stop only on speaking, on reading, on writing and so on. No, you need the whole Russian language. You need all the skills. It is important not only to learn the words, but also to understand how to use these words in a speech. Every day listen to a small passage on something in Russian, on an interesting topic. Soon this skill will help you to keep up in the conversation. And nowadays we have so many good podcasts in Russian. They are for different levels. Below this video will be the article where I suggest some podcasts. 6. Watch the video in Russian. Don't be afraid of the videos. Even if Russians in these videos speak too fast for you, don't worry. Listen, watch, and even from their gestures you will understand what they speak about. This is fun and useful, especially if you start with those videos where you don't need to Google each word. And plan when you watch the video in Russian. For example, put in your schedule once a week in the evening you watch the short video in Russian. And important thing, put the watching in your schedule. For example, once evening in a week you watch the video, you watch even the small video in Russian. 7th, celebrate your achievements in Russian. That's really important to make learning Russian a habit. Use the progress tracker and you will see how you work yourself. You will see that the goal is far from you or you already just in one step to achieve it. 8th, read in Russian. This will increase your vocabulary. You even don't imagine how it will increase your vocabulary. And one more, the reading help you to remember how to construct the sentence in Russian. And I suggest to choose the book that you can't tear yourself away. It can be your favorite book. Nowadays, Russian language is really very popular, and I think that most of the books already are translated. 9th, connect friends. Your friend will become an extra motivation. It can be your Russian friend, or it can be your friend with whom you will learn Russian. And it will be impossible to stop to learn Russian. And also, to do something together is easier than to do it alone. 10th, don't be afraid to speak. Until you begin, Russian will not become your language. Speak with mistakes, slowly, uncertainly, as you like. Just speak. Just a little language practice and you will feel that you are ready to start a conversation yourself. Find language clubs. There are a lot of language clubs that appeared just after pandemic. Don't be shy. Everyone in such speaking clubs also afraid to speak, but they are making progress. 11th, write in Russian. I know that a lot of people nowadays think that writing is not needed at all. No, that's not right. You can write by hand or you can type. Doesn't matter. By the way, honestly, I suggest to do it by hand. It should become your new way of reinforcing knowledge. How is the word spelled? How is the phrase constructed? What is the best way to say? All the time you will stop to translate in your head and you will do it and start immediately think and write in Russian. What you can do just right now, publish a post in social network about yourself in Russian and show it to everyone. Let everyone know that you have a goal and you seriously want to learn Russian. 12. Remind yourself about the goal. A lot of work, study and motivation can be lost. To prevent this from happening, remind yourself why you learn Russian. And remember till number 1, the goal is still relevant, right? Let's make it real. And the last tip, check yourself. Did you form a habit? This is a reference point, but not like at school. You will not give yourself an assessment. And you can correct yourself if something goes wrong. Learn not to procrastinate. Your motivation will help you not to give up and continue to train your Russian skills. That were some tips from me. If you have your own special tip, I will be happy to read it in the comments. Subscribe to the Russian Language Club channel, and by the way, in some weeks there will appear the same video only in Russian, so you can check how you already know Russian. Пока-пока. До скорой встречи.